Hello, thank you for joining and welcome to the first of our Info.streams sessions. In this and the next few sessions we will be taking a look at functions and settings within the Parking.Logic parking system that will aid you in the management of your facility while social distancing is in place. The features shown here will be available in our recent versions of Parking.Logic and available with our most common hardware setups and software licensing modules. This means that the benefits of these functions can be attained immediately by yourselves without any additional spend, allowing you to run your car parks safely and efficiently whilst helping to alleviate some of the issues and concerns as a result of social distancing. If you have any questions you need to ask, please type them in the question box and we'll go through what we can at the end of the session. In this session, we will take a look at the features that can aid customers entering and exiting your car park. There are a number of these that can help with the issues faced when social distancing. Firstly, we will look at what we can do to help those coming into the car park. We have a few settings that can really help with social distancing. The Parking.Logic system has a built-in feature to allow the printing of short information on the short-term parking ticket when it is taken at the entrance lane. In this example, we've used the text to advise that face coverings must be used in all shops. Tickets can have up to 4 lines of text printed with 25 characters on each line. The first line will print in bold. One point you need to consider on this is that if you have any pre-printed text or graphics already on the ticket stocks, this will be overwritten. To enable these settings and set the text can be found in the Parking.Logic main menu, in Settings and then Columns. Simply type the text you wish in 4 lines and this will print on your short-term parking ticket. Additionally, in this menu we have the option to display text entry and display text exit. This is a short message of 2 lines with 15 characters each that will display at the entry when the ticket is taken and at the exit when the barrier opens. Text appears between the advertising segment and the information segment. These are 2 simple but effective methods of getting information across to your customers. Now we will take a look at what we can do to reduce queue time on entry lanes. Within Parking.Logic is a function called AntiTailback mode. This mode allows you to increase the speed a ticket is produced for a vehicle at the entrance. System does this by printing all information on the ticket prior to the ticket being requested, including the current time. Typically this can reduce the wait time for customers by at least 2 seconds. 2 seconds may not seem a lot of time, but it's a huge difference when you have cars building up within the car park. This feature can be activated per device within Parking.Logic Control Center program. Simply right click on a lane, select anti-tailback mode on. To deactivate this when the traffic has reduced, simply repeat this but click off instead. Very important factor to remember in this is anti-tailback mode will continue to pre-produce tickets even if the traffic has gone. As a pre-printed ticket has the time printed on it, it is only valid to be issued for that minute. As soon as that minute passes, the ticket will be cancelled and dumped into the waste bin at the back of the coda. If this is left on for an hour longer than necessary, it could be up to 60 tickets that are produced and wasted within the coda. This could lead to jams within the coda. Always remember to turn this function off. Now let's have a look at how we can help to reduce touch points at the entry lanes. Within Parking.Logic at entry lanes is a feature called automatic ticket production. This feature removes the need to press the button for a parking ticket by automatically issuing that ticket as soon as the vehicle drives into the entrance lane. To use this function, it needs to be activated on each individual entry lane. This can be done by going to the settings section of the main menu, by going to system devices, and then by highlighting the lane you wish to activate on, and then selecting details at the top. In this screen, you'll find a tick box for automatic SPT issuing. Place tick in that box and you will activate the function on this lane. Repeat this for all of the entry lanes you want to enable this on. A point on this that will have impact on your operation is how your season ticket holders or contract parkers enter the car park. Those that use number plate recognition will not be affected by this, but those that use other articles such as RFID cards will be affected. The impact is that if the device prints a ticket for every car, the RFID card cannot be scanned. There are some settings that can be put in place to help with this though. Introduced in Parking.Logic version 11, we have the option cancel hands-free. This allows for the RFID card to be scanned after the ticket has been printed but not taken. The ticket is then cancelled and placed into the waste bin at the back of the coder. This can lead to a build-up of tickets over time, so you need to check your entry lanes a bit more and remove these waste tickets. Second option we have is SPT timeout. This adds a delay to the time in seconds you specify from the vehicle arriving to the ticket being issued, allowing a window for RFID cards to be scanned before the ticket is issued. Now we will look at some functions and settings that can help your customers on exit lanes. The first function we will look at is extended exit grace period. Set in the system is a time limit a customer has between paying for their ticket at an automatic payment machine and leaving the car park. This is called exit grace period. During busier periods, this time may need to increase due to congestion, altered pedestrian routes and queues for lifts. Within the control center program is an option to change this time on the fly across your car park. You can do this from control center by selecting car park and extended exit grace period on. You will now be prompted for a time window. Input the time, click OK, and now the exit grace period will change across the car park. One important point on this is that the time you enter here is a change, not an addition. So if your existing grace period is 10 minutes and you want to add an additional 5 minutes, you will need to set the time to 15. Now let's take a look at another function that will reduce contact on exit lanes. If the car park has automatic number plate recognition, you have an option of removing the need to use the ticket on the exit lane. By activating this feature, you can allow paid customers to exit the car park without the need to use their ticket in the device. The registration will be scanned, matched to a ticket and checked for payment and let out. This feature can be activated by going to the menu and then opening up settings and going to articles. In this menu, select the short-term parking ticket and then tick the box exit with license plate. This function will now be enabled across your facility. One point of note on enabling this is that tickets will no longer be retained at the barrier and cannot be inserted afterwards. You may find that you experience some litter around your exit lanes. As you can see, with just a few small changes, you can enable some of the brilliant functions within Parking.Logic that will help you with social distancing at your entry and exit lanes. In our next session, we will look at what can be done to help at automatic payment machines. Now we will go to questions. So our first question come in, and that is, can custom text be used with lengthwise barcodes? Yes, it can. The setup is the same for it. The only difference is the location it prints on the ticket. It prints above the barcode in the top right hand side of the ticket. But same rules apply. You can still have 4 lines of 25 text and the top line will be bold. Okay, next question is, can anti-tailback mode be enabled automatically? It can, but I wouldn't recommend this for the reasons we discussed earlier. If that mode is activated and not needed, it produces a lot of waste tickets, and you can guess busy periods from your reports. You can't guarantee them, so it has the potential to waste a lot of tickets. What can be done with auto control is deactivating it. So whether it's activated or not, if you put an auto control in to deactivate at certain times of the day, it will deactivate it for you and it will help with the risk of forgetting to switch it off. And our final question, what happens if ANPR stops working on exit? First of all, contact our service department. Send one of our wonderful engineers to come and fix that for you. It won't have an impact on people getting out of the car park. They can still use the tickets, and the function to insert tickets will always exist with that mode enabled. As I said before, the only time it won't accept the tickets in the coder or at a barcode scanner is if the barrier has already raised. Other than that, you can still use the lanes as a normal exit lane. There's no impact if you enable that function. So that's all the questions we have time for. If your question did not get answered, I do apologise. We will follow up with that after this session. If you'd like more information on our available products and services, please contact our sales team, sales@aptskidata.co.uk. If you'd like to learn more about how to set up features within Parking.Logic, please contact our training team, training@aptskidata.co.uk. I'd like to thank you for joining this session, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.